Okay, got me some water, had a conversation with Jan. Okay, let's talk about kind of some rants about the spoilers. Jean Grey. We gotta talk about Jean Grey right up at the top. Yep, Sadie Sink was Jean Grey. The internet knew she was gonna be Jean Grey. I mean, can we talk about the Marvel and Disney's complete inability to not do the thing that everybody knows they're going to do for a second? Like, it's just stupid. Like, there's so many times when the internet has been like, oh, we know who this character is going to be. And it's like, then don't, like, if I'm Marvel and Disney, don't make that character that thing, and go another direction. Have some fun with it. She would have been a much better Gwen Stacy, but instead she's pre-evolved Jean Grey. But with that said, I think, I don't know, I don't read comic books, but I think in X-Men lore, she was kind of out of control before she met Professor X. And then Professor X installed or did some things with her brain to help her come back under control, which I think set up the Dark Phoenix stuff. And so if this is pre that, then that actually makes sense. And I really wanted the post-credits scene to be her meeting Professor X. I really needed that. Everybody in the theater I was in wanted that to happen. And when it was the dumb post-credit scene everybody in the theater went, "Aw," you could hear it. And I think that was most theaters. So with that said, yeah, there's been some stuff online about Spider-Man being like, "You're not a killer," where she has been trying all movie to slaughter innocent people and come really close. If not, they never say that she actually succeeded in killing that person, but she threw somebody in front of a car, seriously maimed, and then the one person that it would be justified in killing, she's like, "Oh, I'm not sure I want to kill somebody out of revenge," just randos, innocent randos walking down the street. So I didn't, that was weird. I agree with a lot of the chatter on the internet about that. That was bizarre how evil she actually was. How great would it have been if the reveal was another X-Men and not her? And there's other X-Men you could choose from on that list. And so I don't know why they went that direction with that. But as I said, Sadie Sink did great playing herself, but a more evil version of herself. She played a very dark character who did very dark things. Yeah, so there you go. Everything else, I think that was all I can complain about at this point with this movie. I think they handled MJ and Ned and that kind of reintroduction to them as well. It's always random. Whenever I'm watching a movie and somebody just randomly walks into a diner like Ned did in this movie, I'm like, come on, would that really happen? But it actually does happen. It happened to me before. It happened to a lot of people I know, where a friend from my past just randomly walks into a restaurant. And even sometimes it's like a former church member that I'm avoiding, and they walk into the restaurant and I'm like, oh. So it does happen in real life, but every time it happens in the movie, I'm like, that's awfully convenient that Ned just happened to walk into that diner or that cafe or whatever it was at that exact moment on that. And so yeah, there was that. Also weird, Jean Grey did look into Spider-Man's mind, and the whole what introduces the final act of the show of the movie is being she can actually look into people's mind because the director said he thought of nothing. And so yeah, it was kind of weird, and yet at the same time, I don't know if that was enough to make an aha for him to be like, oh, never mind, this guy's the bad guy. And so, by the way, everybody knew that guy was the bad guy, right? When Peter Parker first met that guy, I'm like, that guy's the bad guy. I think everybody knew that was what was actually going on there. So in the end, these spoilers didn't spoil the movie for me, but I think they could have been handled a little bit tighter. Really curious to see what the follow-up's going to be. But overall, good movie. We'll see what I think about it in a month. Maybe I'll make another video. So on to the next.